Hi, my name is Francis. I'm the founder of Fantastic Health and Fitness. I'm here to discuss the importance of being mentally fit. So my brand is literally about redesigning yourself, helping you to live right, to feel great, not just physically, but mentally. So follow the footsteps and I shall see you on the other side.
Thanks, Francis, for joining us.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure, being here with you.
Yeah.
I've been following you on social media, and, just seeing you in your element,
Yeah.
working hard. That kind of pushes me to get back in the gym. Not sure I'll be quite this big, but
I'm sure if you put in the work, you will, of course.
Well, that's the hard part, and we're going to
Yeah.
get to that side in a bit. But tell us more about yourself and, of course, your business.
Okay, so I'm Francis, as you mentioned. I'm a semi-professional footballer, but by work, what I do is I'm a personal trainer.
Right.
So literally, I help people get in the best shape of their life. I help them physically, mentally as well, because I know what it's like not to be in the best shape of your life, and I know what it's like to be in the best shape, to be operating, to be physically at the peak of your performance and stuff like that. So literally what I want to do is give as many people that as possible, and through the whole brand Fantastic, obviously my name is Francis, so I just put the R on it, and I'm actually making quite a brand of it, in the future,
Got a bit here,
got my logo there.
Fantastic.
So in the future I'm looking to bring out some stuff, make a brand of it and stuff, and the logo means a lot. It does mean a lot. So
I can imagine. I mean, but it's great to see and quite interesting, because it's one thing going into the gym yourself and being, disciplined and all the sacrifices it takes to get into shape. But it's also great seeing the other side, the teaching element with, helping others reach their goals. Tell us more about that.
So, I mean, like, being able to be disciplined and all of that stuff, that's, like you said, it's an art itself. Like, you do learn it and all of that stuff. But being able to teach, it is something else. It does take a lot out of you. But I also believe that it's something that you're given, and obviously you work for it, just like yourself. If you're presenting, you can learn it and stuff like that, but being able to transfer those skills and what you know, and to be able to communicate as well, you do have to cultivate that skill, but you are given it, like I said, so I'm grateful for that skill.
There must be a selfless element to it. Obviously, it's a business, but at the same time, it's people, and you're going to get clients that don't want it as much as they say to you.
Yeah.
It could be quite difficult. You can lead a horse to the water,
but you can't. Of course. I mean, different people vary. It's just like yourself. You meet people that like yourselves. You meet people who might be slow to start off with. You might meet all types of people, but it is a learning curve, and you learn a lot about yourself. And the one thing it teaches you is patience. Patience.
I can imagine.
I'm quite an impatient man, but through this journey that I'm on, it's taught me a lot of patience, to be patient with people. So yeah, it's very interesting.
Going more into that, what's the difficulty of that? Is it the mental side or the physical side?
I think a lot of it is mental, a lot of it is physical as well. Trying to teach something that is pretty basic to me, but to somebody else it's not basic, and to somebody who might be just a few tweaks away, it is quite a lot to teach people. But do you know what the hardest thing is? The people who have been doing it, and you have to unteach them and teach them. Now that's hard. So in a way, it's better to teach beginners, people who've never done things before.
But I mean, it's one thing to teach them the physical aspects of it. You have to put cones out, give them a drill. That's easy to do. But the mental side of it, that's surely another challenge.
Of course. That's the hardest bit, being PT, athlete, etc. A lot of people want to do that, but they don't know the other side. I tell people that to train someone, that's like the easiest bit. But the other side, getting them to be committed, planning their sessions, according to their ability, to their goals, knowing what makes people tick. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scene than just training someone for an hour. Now that's the those are the difficult bits.
Let's go into the mindset of all of this, because I think, obviously they go hand in hand, the mindset and the physical aspects. But, training someone that doesn't really want it as much, how do you go about that? How do you motivate? What's the
motivating factor? So we have a consultation, I always ask them the reason why, about the reason why. To be able to move someone, they need to be able to connect to their reason why. So for example,
what's your why?
What's your why? So you need to, like I say, there's so many people, like we have like 5,000 members. A lot of people are there, they don't really know why they're there. But if you can connect emotionally to what moves you, and a lot of people actually think it's getting a better physique and stuff. Really, it's not. It's a lot deeper than that. So as a personal trainer, when you can connect with someone to their why emotionally, it will drive them crazy.
Let's forget about you, forget about your clients. Just me, a commoner that wants to improve their fitness, is having problems with the mindset, the mental side of things. How do I get my mind, how do I improve my mental state to get into the gym?
So, same thing, I would ask you, what do you want to do it for? Why do you want to do it? A lot of people, like you say, you want to get in great shape. That's excellent. So now, mentally, I know that obviously it will lead to like some sort of like self-confidence and stuff like that. Then I would ask to know the reasons why.
So would you say that, the mental side is more about understanding yourself, understanding why you want to do what you want
100%.
to do? Because people jump in to the deep end, they're not really sure why they want to do it.
100%.
They don't have the understanding.
100%.
Is that why they fall short?
Yep. And I would also say, even if you jump in, it's good. Jump in, learn how to swim. But sometimes you might need to plan how you're going to swim and get there. So in terms of mentally, you need to stay focused. Like a lot of people will use work as a excuse and stuff like that. But it's all about the mentality of things. That the people who go to gym every single day, not because they don't work, but because they actually love it. So if you can wire your brain to actually love it, then it becomes a pleasure rather than pain.
Are there any factors that can improve someone's mental well-being?
I'd say surround yourself put yourself in that environment. So hang around with people who eat well, who exercise, who gym well, etc. They will have an influence on you. They'll rub shoulders on you. So that's one of the factors that will mentally get you ready for that.
What would you recommend the best time to get fit?
I'd say probably in the mornings. I think you probably more likely to have a better workout in the morning.
Is it just before work, maybe 30
probably
minutes
just before work.
Or?
I mean, you're full of energy and stuff like that. And also mentally as well, it prepares you for the day. I mean, how you start your day, generally how the day flows on. So if you start right, reading books, get yourself mentally, do some meditation. I meditate in the mornings as well before I leave. Have a workout in the morning, eat right, get ready. You generally find that your day will go on a lot smoother than
definitely. I mean, I've had days where I've gone to gym in the morning and you kind of, your chest is out and you kind of, feel like you can take on the day. So I always prefer, gym before work.
Definitely. And also it gives you less excuse for the evening. Obviously the World Cup's on right now, so mentally, you think of, I don't want to miss, England are playing together, so you don't want to miss that game, but if you'd worked out in the morning, you've kind of thought ahead, so it is a lot to do with.
That goes back to a mental thing again. I'm smiling because I was meant to go to the gym this morning. And I kind of compromised and told myself, don't worry, I'll go in the evening. Knowing that the England game's
on, so
I'm definitely not
going I got a few things to do this evening, but the England game's on, so we'll see how it goes. So
yeah, great. I mean, that's another thing that goes down to the mental side of things again. Having that discipline to kind of sacrifice.
Of course.
When you wake up and you have those voices in your head saying, not today, snooze the alarm, what are your methods of overcoming that? So I ask myself, or ask whoever it is your excuse, is it bigger than your why? Is your why bigger than your excuse? So if my reason is, for example, someone like Ronaldo is to be the best player in the world, every time his alarm goes off, he has to think, if I miss this session,
that's one big session. So if you think about, it's going to have a compound effect. So
Yeah.
every session you miss, I told my clients, it's a big session. It's not, even if it's like 5 minutes, it's a big 5 minutes. So it will come back to you.
In the arse.
So if you know the reason why you're doing it, you know, it makes it a lot easier. So yeah.
Great.